Good morning, folks. It's another beautiful morning again, so I decided to go out for another walk and enjoy this beautiful scenery and God's beautiful creation. You'll see exactly what I mean here in a minute, because right now this is a public road and I'll be able to show you the scenery, but it becomes a private drive. And I learned that the hard way a few weeks ago. I got really chewed out by this lady. I had no idea I was on her property because it wasn't marked. There just aren't any signs, so I had no idea. But this part here is a public road. She can't say anything about this. But as I get further up, it becomes private. So I'll respect that, but I'll be able to show you some really nice scenery here. But I kind of felt bad the last time I didn't show you that nice of scenery, but yeah, this it's pretty shaded in here from the trees and so forth, but as you can tell, I mean, it's a very bright sunny day. Beautiful blue sky, so cool right now. Gonna be warmer later, but cool right now, so gonna take advantage of it while I can before I do other things today. But while it's on my mind, I've got some important info for you. I just received an email that I did not know this because my children are grown, like a lot of people, and so and I don't know too many people that have young children in my life anymore. But this is important for those of you that may have young children or your grandparents and for your grandbabies and so forth. Apparently Whole Foods is still selling baby formula if people need it. If people need access to baby formula, apparently Whole Foods is still selling it. So if you have a Whole Foods in your area, I think it's based out of Texas, Austin area, I believe. But if you have a Whole Foods in your area, and most larger cities do, you might want to check that out. Apparently that's who has it. And then there's a company out of Europe. Whether you can trust it or not, I don't know. Whether it'll be delivered or not, I don't know. But a company out of Europe called GentleNursery.com that is supposedly selling whole baby formula as well. I don't know the types. I don't know the names. I remember when my kids were little, it was like Similac and Enfamil, I think, something like that. But I honestly don't know anymore because that was a long time ago for me now. So, but I just wanted to throw that out there. That's the info that I received this morning from a person in Canada that does some research, and they've been informing me of that. So thank you to them for that info, and hopefully it'll help some people out. So Whole Foods supposedly has baby formula, and GentleNursery.com. Okay, so I'm coming up to see, like I said, this is a public road here, but over here is, if you take a left, I guess it becomes a private drive. Like I said, I learned that the hard way. But as I, excuse me, as I get to the end of this roadway here, you're gonna see some nice scenery. And then I'll turn around and respect their privacy. Because there's a trail actually over there that I walked a while back before anybody knew that I ever came back here. And it was a nice trail. I mean, it was a really nice trail, but apparently it's a private trail. So I'm told anyway. So anyway, here we go. Check that out. There's your hills, your mountain areas or whatever. Now, the further you go into that direction, you'll eventually get to the Great Smoky Mountains. But right now, it's just beautiful scenery. So I guess that's probably about 45 minutes from me to get to the Smokies. So anyway, yeah, I just wanted to show you that beautiful scenery here, and it's just a beautiful sunny day. Thank you, Lord. I mean, I almost feel guilty because I know a lot of other people are not having these kind of days. It's just horrible weather. Dust Bowl weather, Nebraska to Minnesota, and just craziness still with certain, inclement weather in certain areas, possible tornadoes, maybe a hurricane coming in the Gulf or to Florida, and it's just bad in a lot of places. So I'm very grateful. I'm very thankful. Anyway, so yeah, apparently that's a business of some sort. I don't know. Like I said, because all I know is I got my butt chewed. Is there's no signs or anything. So I guess that's the hint right there. As you go around, this road becomes a private drive into that house. And I didn't do that. What I did was I went down into the wooded area. And so, but apparently all of that is owned, is private property, according to what I was told anyway, or according to what was yelled at me anyway. So, whatever. Anyway, let's see. Trying to lighten things up, folks, because it's getting dark. It's getting real dark. If people, well, let me start out with this. Okay, I find it very interesting that I did that self-defense video yesterday with the police baton and everything, and what I was able to do. It took me a while because I'm not very computer tech savvy and had to figure it out, had to look at some things. I was actually able to take my self-defense playlist, for those that are interested, from my previous channel, and I transferred it onto the Do You Believe channel and made a self-defense playlist from that. So now everything that was previously available on the channel that I had, that's still hidden, and I'm still going to keep it hidden at least a while longer. I was able to recreate that playlist from those videos and put it on Do You Believe. So if people want to check out that playlist, you may or may not be able to access it from a phone, just like a community page. You might have to use a laptop, but if you go to the home page of Do You Believe YouTube channel, and then you look at the top, it gives you a listing of different categories. You just click on that, you should be able to find what you need. I still don't have access to the community page. If I did, I would post a lot of things there. I just don't. So what I'm doing still is any important links that I'm finding on subjects pertaining to a certain video, I'm just putting the links in the comment section. I also put the link to the playlist in the comment section of the last video I did, self-defense tips and advice. So people have access to the self-defense playlist if they want it. So let me just put that out there before I forget. And it's interesting to me that I did that video yesterday. I just felt, compelled to, to do it. And I really didn't know why, other than the fact that I just had a desire to do that, and to show some people some techniques and they may not know. And I got a video later in the day. Actually, Project Gray Man put it up on his YouTube channel, and well, then he put it at his website, projectgrayman.net, and it may have been on Rumble or whatever. And then it was sent to me. It was texted to me as well by somebody, and I watched it a few times. And what it was actual video footage of first-person video footage of the shooting that occurred in Buffalo, New York, at the grocery store there. Very, very disturbing to watch. I mean, it reminded me of all of the desensitization. Now there's a word. Desensitization techniques that they've used, over the years, from video games like Doom and Wolfenstein and things of that, where you're like a first-person shooter. That's kind of what it reminded me of. And that probably started as far back as Columbine, where you go through the hallways or whatever and you just shoot whatever in your way. And as I'm watching this video, a few things came to me. The first thing that came to me was all of these people that, according to the video footage, were shot and apparently killed. They didn't have to be. Now, granted, nobody is going to see everything all the time. I understand that. Okay, that's obvious. All right, you don't have eyes in the back of your head. You can be vigilant and you can be aware of your surroundings, situational awareness, and things of that nature. And not everybody's going to see everything all the time. Okay, But we're in Buffalo, New York here, and I don't even know what the gun laws there are anymore. You probably can't even have one at all. I don't know. But if at least one person, at least one, that knew what they were doing in using a gun, had a and was doing a concealed carry or so forth, if at least one could have got into a position, you know, of cover or concealment, probably not cover so much, because, you know, or excuse me, not, you know, maybe cover, I guess, but, you know, concealment, bullets go through with concealment. Cover, you know, bullets will still go through. They're not supposed to, but bullets will still go through with cover, you know, because cover is like an engine block of a car or whatever. But a lot of this shooting took place indoors, and all you had really was end caps in the stores. But if somebody could have at least gotten to a place of concealment and drawn their gun, lined up their sights, and gotten some good shots off, they could have stopped this. It could have been prevented. Not saying people wouldn't have gotten hurt or killed, but it didn't have to be that horrible. Because this person could shoot anybody they wanted to at will, and nobody was there to stop them. They could just walk aisle to aisle to aisle. It reminded me a lot of Columbine footage that I saw years ago in the police academy that other people didn't have access to at the time. It's disturbing, it's sick that people can do these things, but they do. But if one person could have gotten to a place where they could have lined their sights up and, you know, yeah, you shoot center mass because that's how you're trained when you shoot, and, you know, and that's the largest target area with your vital organs and so forth. Most likely the shooter was wearing Kevlar, bullet resistant vest or something. But if, whether they were or weren't a good shooter, you give them a chance. Somebody practices at the range, somebody knows what they're doing, you give them an opportunity to line up their sights, their front sight with the rear sight, they could have shot this person right in the head and taken them out. Yeah, sure, shoot for the chest at first, but if that doesn't work, that's what the head shots, the neck shots, the face shots, whatever, you know, anywhere above the shoulders, they could have stopped this. And not everybody had to get shot and killed. And this guy was brutal. If people want to watch the video, I did post it in a link to, you know, under the self-defense tips and advice. If people want to watch it, it is highly disturbing. But if people want to watch it, it is there in the comment section. That's the first thing that came to me. It's like, man, all you needed was one, just one good shooter. And they could have taken out this psycho gunman, right? Well, who had an AR-15, it looked like, by the way. Maybe not. It might have been an M16. I don't know. I don't know what it was. I really didn't follow up with the story, to be honest with you, because it's just disturbing. And there's so much information that's constantly coming in all the time. Sometimes you just got to decompress. Sometimes you just got to say, okay, yeah, there's a lot of evil in the world. There's a lot of craziness going on. There's a lot of shootings happening, you know, 3 major ones over this past weekend. It's a lot of insanity out there. But sometimes you just got to relax and mellow and just decompress from all of it, you know. But then there are times that you need to be aware of what is happening around you and what's going on, because that's the thing that came to my mind first. You know, and as I continue to watch it, and I watched it a few times, then it dawned on me that at least one of these people was a crisis actor. It appears. That's what it seems like to me anyway, okay? It appears that way. And this is why I say that. As the shooter is going, he takes out a few people as he drives up into the parking lot, and he just starts shooting, it seems indiscriminately. And he shoots the glass in the store and so forth, outside the store. And as he shoots people on the outside, and pretty much makes sure that they're dead, at least it seems that way, and he shoots them with several shots. This one, the first poor woman, I guess she probably got hit 3 or 4 times, and just kind of just drops immediately. But as he gets into the store and he begins to shoot people too, there's a guy laying on the ground, and it looks like he's either been shot or he's pretending to be shot. And this is what it looks like to me anyway. People can look at the video themselves. But I hear, it seems like the guy from the ground laying there says, "No." And right at the very end of the video, it appears the shooter says, "Sorry." And then he has his weapon aimed. He has the, whatever it is, whatever automatic rifles it is, okay, aimed at the guy. And then he, he kind of lifts the rifle up a little bit, and then he walks away, and that's where the video ends. But you literally hear him say "no," and then the shooter's like, "Sorry," like, "Oh yeah, I'm not supposed to shoot you." Yeah, you're in on this whole thing. My bad. I mean, you decide for yourself, okay? I'm not saying that people didn't get killed. I'm not saying they didn't get hurt. I'm not saying anything of that nature, okay? I'm not taking away from that. What I'm saying is things are not always as they appear to be. And we have seen many, many staged incidents over the past. We have seen many times on Craigslist, and I mean, I've been doing this a long time now, folks, okay? And I remember years ago, George Soros and his ilk, would like hire people, to be crisis actors, to pretend to be injured, to pretend to be hurt. People paid to cause damage. Remember they put the bricks on the side of buildings or whatever, where people would have easy access to them for them to throw through windows of businesses and whatnot. And they would pay people. There's a water source here. I think I showed this stuff before, but yeah, it's flowing really good today. And then the one on the other side isn't barbed wired off up ahead. But anyway, hey, when the time comes, you got your water. But anyway, many times we've seen that in the past, okay, where they put Craigslist ads out, and people have mass casualty incidents and so forth, moulage they call it. I mean, they've done these things for a long time. So I'm not saying that these people weren't hurt or killed. I'm just saying there's something wrong in Denmark, as they say, okay? Whatever the saying is. It just doesn't all add up. But anyway, I'm not going to keep it that long today. That's pretty much all I wanted to say. Check out Poplar Preparedness again. He's got a lot of really good information regarding food shortages, diesel shortages around the world. Apparently, reports are coming in that truckers are quitting. Truckers can't get fuel that they need to be able to get to do their jobs. It's getting bad, folks. It's getting real bad. And I mean, if your family, friends, neighbors, whoever are still asleep, I know it sounds mean, but at this point in time, I don't even think I waste my breath. I really don't. I'm like, whatever. I mean, it's like, what more has to happen for you people to get a clue? So they will, but it'll be too late by that time. So yeah, anyway, I'm just going to continue on with this walk. I don't really have much else to say. I just wanted to kind of point those things out. So I hope you guys have a good and blessed day. Be safe. And yeah, like I said, I'm kind of decompressing from a lot of this. People are sending me stuff, and that's fine. Emails, texts, whatever else. But I'm just kind of decompressing from it, because it just gets overwhelming. And it's just like, can I just be normal for a change? Well, yeah, what's that? But can I just, I don't know, just kind of mellow and chill for a little bit, and not be inundated constantly with this stuff? But I don't think so, so I just kind of take what I can get when I can get it, and share with you guys whatever needs to be shared, and just kind of put it out there, and you can do your own homework and research from there. But yeah, that's it for now. I'm just going to enjoy this day. It's already getting warm, man. I can only imagine what it's like in other areas. I mean, because I can feel the sun beating down on me now. It's going to be a warm day, but it's a beautiful day. Thank you, Jesus. All right, you guys have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye.